of AI-generated music has raised concerns about the potential loss of human touch and originality in music. Some critics argue that AI-generated music may lack the emotional depth and nuance found in human-composed music. Furthermore, questions about copyright and authorship also arise when AI-generated music becomes more prevalent. Conclusion: the origins of AI-generated music date back to the mid-20th century, but it is only in recent years that AI and machine learning technologies have advanced to the point where AI-generated music has become a viable and exciting field. As AI continues to develop and improve, it will undoubtedly play an increasingly significant role in the music industry, shaping the way we create, consume, and interact with music. This shift will bring about new creative possibilities, as well as challenges and ethical considerations that must be addressed. Potential benefits of AI-generated music are vast. It can democratize music creation, providing aspiring artists with tools and resources that were once only accessible to professionals. It can also help in the discovery of new genres and sounds, pushing the boundaries of what we know as music. Furthermore, AI-generated music can be used in industries such as film, gaming, and advertising, providing customized soundtracks to suit specific needs. However, the rise of AI-generated music also raises concerns. The ethical implications of AI in music are complex, encompassing issues such as authorship, copyright, and the potential loss of human touch in the creative process. As AI-generated music becomes more prevalent, it will be essential to strike a balance between leveraging the benefits of AI and maintaining the integrity of human creativity and artistic expression. In conclusion, AI-generated music represents a significant milestone in the evolution of music and technology. As AI continues to progress, we must remain vigilant and attentive to the potential risks and ethical considerations it poses. By doing so, we can ensure that the development and use of AI-generated music will benefit not only the music industry but society as a whole, fostering a new era of creative innovation and musical discovery.
I found that interesting. And
Uh,
yes, I did
I
notice that keyword that yeah, they want to know. They started that about a month ago. They want to know if how
altered
your
content.
AI, yeah, if it's altered content. So like I can use AI in my videos. That's not altered content because I'm not
Facebook wanted to do
using.
that too. Facebook,
Yeah,
when you stream on that, asked me too if it's AI made content.
yeah.
Yeah. But here's my thing: is okay. So anybody that's ever picked up an instrument and played music from it, is that not the same thing in an altered state of not natural from the human body itself? Isn't that technically AI? You pick up an instrument and you play it. That's synthesizing sound that does not come naturally from oneself. So I mean, a computer is the same tool as an instrument.
Well, I guess in
So
one
you're
sense.
artificial,
We're smarter than the AI.
but that's
We,
what you just said, bro. If
well,
I
I
if I
mean,
pick up a guitar and I start to play it, it's artificial intelligence. That's what you're saying.
well, you have simulated sound from outside of self with a tool of which you can utilize. Is that
But that's
correct?
not in that's not an
No, no, no,
artificial
no, no, no.
intelligence. No.
That in the simplified question in itself, when you pick up an instrument or a tool and synthesize sound to which we call music from it, is that not the same thing as using a tool to synthesize sound from outside of self? It's the cold hard truth.
You say so, bro.
All right. Now, in that article that we just heard, I agree that you do need to find a balance between AI and trying to keep it human or emotional so people can connect to it. Now, even before
Absolutely.
AI music came out, I know artists that could do 7 or 10 songs in a week, and then I know artists that do one song in 7 to 10 weeks. And then there's a difference between the two when it comes down to connecting, I think, with the listener. You can cookie cutter all kinds of music and just put it out there, or you can spend a little more time, add some thought to it, put some work into the lyrics to where they mean something. And then that way you connect with the people that's listening. And that could be rather with AI music, with real music, or with anything in general, in my opinion. So I think there's definitely a difference. And even before AI music came to the scene, there's people out there that just can pump out hundreds of songs. And then there's people that just take a little more time and thought in structuring the song and trying to connect more with the listener. And that's my opinion. Now, I did make. Now you guys know I've been making AI videos for quite a while. When I was when I was even testing the beta software, I saved all that up, and a lot of you guys seen my early AI videos where the music is okay, but they couldn't quite speak yet. So you didn't have the technology like you do here a year later, where we could actually add our own lyrics. We can structure the song however we want. We can add choruses, pre-choruses, bridges. We can add, beats per minute, all kinds of stuff like that. And it really makes a difference. And it really comes down to working with the program. And like these AI programs, they're just like DAWs. They're all kind of the same, but they're all a little bit different. And it's just a matter of taking the time and learning them. So this is a video I put together using Suno, and I put it together specifically for this show because it talks about how there's really no difference between the VSTs and the plugins that you use on your Studio One and the AI music that I'm using right here today. It's all digital music. Them digital drum sets that you got are basically the same digital drum sets that I have in this AI video that I'm about to play.
Right, but like what you said is you have a much finer amount of control over what goes into it if you're doing it one track at a time like most of us have been for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit different as to where it comes to it's just a learning curve, really. How you want the song structured, what instruments you want in it, where you want the instruments, how fast you want it to go, what sense you want to give off. And it comes down to, and anybody that uses AI, a lot of it comes down to prompting. If you get your prompting skills up, the quality comes up with that as well. So I'm going to play this video. It's only 3 minutes. I titled it AI Overload because you know how AI, especially all this music, is just really hitting the scene right now. You're seeing it everywhere. People are doing whole streams just, doing AI music. Hey, Cool Frog, good to see you, bro. Hands, Diamond Ball, good to see you, Hands. So I put this together. I made the video, of course. These are my lyrics that I put together. But this is Suno AI doing the vocals and the music. So this is AI Overload by Clay AI.
In the world of ones and zeros where the beats come alive, you got to set examples when the rhythms fly. From BSC to AU, in the dawn we trust, creating sonic landscapes, turning bass to dust. It's the magic in the code, the music in the wires, from the fingertips of artists to the sound that we desire. Automation, inspiration, a blend of man machine. In this digital dominion, we chase the sonic train. There's no difference in the essence between the old and the new. When the pockets of AI, it's all just something we use. From the heart of the creator, through the digital streams. It's the soul of the music, and it's all part of the dream. Virtual instruments are tools like the strings in the brass. They sing melodies and harmonies, making moments last. AI learns the patterns, just like we learn to play, while bringing out the beauty in their own unique way. It's the magic in the code, the music in the wires, from the fingertips of artists to the sound that we desire. Automation, inspiration, a blend of man machine. In this digital dominion, we chase the sonic train. There's no difference in the essence between the old and the new. When the pockets of AI, it's all just something we use. From the heart of the creator, through the digital streams. It's the soul of the music, and it's all part of the dream. The line between the circuits in the soul, explored by the creation, making music whole. It's the vision and the craft, the passion and the drive. It's the way we keep the melody and the beat alive. There's There's no difference in the essence between the old and the new. When the buckets are AI, it's all just something we use. From the heart of the creator, through the digital streets. It's the soul of the music, and it's all part of the dream. In the echo of the panic, and the waveforms we see. It's the art of the future, it's the sound of the free. From PSP to AI, in this world we design. It's the music of tomorrow, stretching its space and time.
Hey, Coffee Crew Mocha, good to see you. Expletive deleted, good to see you.
All right,
So-
Pastor, I'm going to do that right now. I already got the lyrics. I'm going to put it as Jamaican rap.
Sure.
Okay.
Jamaican me want to
You're
drink.
like, whatever. All right.
No,
Damn,
Russell, I had a
Doc.
thought. Hang on.
I'm
Hopefully-
doing your song
Person,
right
a
now.
human person,
Hopefully it chills out a little bit, Doc.
a human
Be
person
safe, my friend.
who can
Hey, Buffering, good to see you.
chronically whistle,
Camp
or
G-May, good to see you, bro.
beatbox.
I can whistle
How
like a
about
that?
motherfucker, dude.
Wait, what?
Now, I did spend a little bit of time putting that song together, so it's structured a little bit better. And I think as musicians, we can actually do that. Now, there is a song I'm working on now, and I'm breaking it down and tabbing it out so I can actually play along with it. Now, I don't know if they got the technology yet, but it would be nice if I could take that song, throw it into my DAW, and break the stems down. That way I can replace, the guitar with my guitar, or a bass player with a friend of mine, so when we're able to do that to where we can break the stems down, and maybe that'll come within the next few
I'm
months.
saying that's probably gonna happen fairly soon, sooner
Yeah,
than later.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, I would
because-
love the fucking.
Yeah, because if we could get the stems and break it down,
Yeah, go ahead.
then we would definitely be able to utilize it even more. Now, when I was testing this,
Fine tune it all, yeah.
that was some of the stuff the feedback I was giving them. I was telling them, as an artist and a musician, it would be nice if I could put in, the beats per minute, or what key I wanted it to play in,
Suno did an update, did you notice?
I did, yeah.
The version 3.5, now you can make
What's the
4-minute
update?
songs.
Hmm.
The 3.5 version now, you can make a 4-minute
What?
song off the first creation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
talking
fuck
about
yeah.
earlier.
But you do
I
have
was
to
like, when you
extend the
said
song.
4
You,
minutes.
you have to extend the song at least one time in order to get the full version.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
it wouldn't let me extend my song or get the full song without extending it.
It's how you prompt it. So in the prompt, if you put ending in a smooth fade, then it structures the lyrics inside of the song. Put ending in a smooth fade song.
Yeah,
Because
but
you know how
then-
in the
but
prompt, when it shows up in the box, when it shows up in the box, it gives you examples. A song in however ending. You type in a song in however ending in a smooth fade, ending in more amplified whatever, leading into an extension. But if you want that inside a 4-minute song to end well with a smooth fade, you have to tell it end well, smooth fade.
Well, I mean, you can do that. You can end the song, but the
At
file,
4 minutes.
the file will still be version 1. It won't be the final song.
You rename it. You can go in and edit the file, and I figured out you can also upload your own artwork to the music
No,
file
you can
too.
do that. But
Yeah,
if-
I've seen that too.
I'll show you in a
So-
minute here. Now, I'm going to
so-
do is that video we just played. I just moved it to
All right.
public, and
Yes. So
that way it's
I've already
out
got a
there.
bunch that I've been making in the last 2 days that are they're full songs. They're published. They're first shot renditions, 4 minutes in the genre that I want, complete, ends well, all the lyrics in them, they're golden. I've already published a bunch of them
beforehand. If you generate something without that particular prompt in the damn song, you can't give it the prompt to make it redo itself.
See how
I know that.
That's what he was trying to say.
In the prompting. That's why I just said it was in the prompting.
But maybe you don't want that. Maybe you're just fiddle fucking around and you end up with something that's a banger that you want to drop right there. It will not let you chop it off right there. That's what he's trying to say.
Well, no, you can download it,
but it's not going to end in a nice fade because it doesn't have the prompt because you didn't fucking give it the prompt.
I can end a song and it'll go off, and I do have some of them up here that I haven't got the full song for. Like this one, Carnage's Fury, it's on part 2, but it goes off and I end it to a fade, but it's not the full song. It's only part 2. Whereas this one up here, you'll see this actually says full song on it.
Right.
So I get the full video with it and everything, not just the audio clip. So that's what I was talking about. So like this one up here, I get the full song. It's got the full song tab, and the other ones don't have the tab because I haven't extended it and ended the song. You know what I mean?
It'll Jenny a whole video like you just
So
showed.
you'll notice if
3.5.
If on your on part 1, you'll notice if you try and hit your button, you won't have that get whole song. You have to extend it at least one time to get that whole song button.
Well, yeah, because if you have a full rendition at 4 minutes that is not attached to a part 2, why would you need to get the whole song? The whole song is already complete unless you plan on extending it. And then once you add an extension, then you have something of which to attach a whole song together. Because in one part, you don't have anything to attach it to.
Well, you'll notice that a lot of the on the Suno homepage and in the Suno Discord, they won't add your music to some of the playlists if it's not a full song. So if it doesn't have that full song tag on it, they won't even consider it.
Yeah, and Discord's got its own things that aren't the greatest either. You know, I mean, we all use things that are infiltrated with things that are not great, but we do what we can and do the best that we can with the bullshit that we're given that isn't as advanced as the shit that they're using.
Right.
Okay, well, let me run this one by you then, because this is, we ran this by everybody else earlier. 3.5, so it'll do a 4-minute track, right? Have you done a few of those?
Yeah, like probably 70 of them. 80 of them, maybe 100 even.
Have you ever done one that on the initial run through, it goes over 4 minutes?
Nope.
Have you ever had one get to the end of it, stop playback, and then when you go for the next playback because you want to hear it again because it was a banger, it sounds like 4 minutes of microphone feedback?
I have had that happen.
No,
yes.
I'm just Russell.
So when I'm doing my live and I'm playing my stuff, sometimes Suno, because you're opening it through a web browser, obviously off of their network, which facilitates your account. Sometimes I will incur where shit is playing and then all of a sudden you'll hear, it'll fuck itself up. I'll be like, okay, time to refresh Suno. Refresh it, maybe close it, let it sit closed for a few minutes, open it back up, refresh it again, open it up right back to where I was left off. That song has still got the same data. It doesn't change the data. Now, I've had songs where, like sometimes the audio is just shit. It's butched. Sometimes inside of your creation box, you only have an allotment of so much of a window. So you can potentially lose music and credits if you get too many projects rolling with too many extensions at once and left some of the ones untouched up at the top. And I've done that so many times. I'm like, well, shit, there went like freaking 500 credits. Shit.
I do it one at a time.
Yeah, I can't. That's too simplified for me. I have to do like 20 things at once.
No, there's some songs that I actually break down. I have a couple that I'm working on that I'm actually breaking down sentence by sentence because I want it a little bit different. Instead of breaking it down like by verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, or whatever, I'm breaking it down a little bit farther, sentence by sentence, and trying to do a little bit more with like adding stuff in with musically with the prompt. Just doing some experimental type stuff. And we got to realize too, this technology is early. This is very early technology. It's only been out on the market for what, 2 months? And I already know a ton of people, just a ton of people that are using this. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. A lot of people are using it for intros. I've made a bunch of intros for people already for their channels. The intro to this song is made by Suno. The intro for my Conspiracy Music Indie show, that's made by Suno. And the nice thing about it is...
Yeah, I've made like 20 different gamers intro songs off of Suno too, and Rumble gamers, and they like play them. They're like, "Oh man, it's awesome!"
As I own the rights to this music. So that's a nice thing, is I actually own the rights to what I'm making. Hey, Joji, good to see you. Now, there's, stipulations that come with owning the music as well. For one, anything I make on the free version, I only own what I put into it. So if I put my lyrics into it on the free version, that's the only part that I own, so I can't really monetize that song because I don't own the music to it. I only own the lyrics. Now, if you're a subscriber and you're paid your $10 a month or whatever, anything you make while you're a subscriber, you own the copyright to. You own the music. So me as a subscriber, the music I have in my playlist right here, all this music that I've made, I could take all of this, I could go put it on Spotify right now and sell it because I own it. It is my music.
So Spotify,
even
Spotify,
even if I leave Suno and they go out of business, I still own all the rights to the music I made while I was a subscriber. So once I make it, it's mine. So I want to make sure that people know if they're using the free version and they're making music, that is, you don't own that music.
So me and my wife was reading into it on the Spotify stuff. So Spotify basically strips any other rights of it. It takes the rights and then pays you royalties. So they can basically they would be like your, what do you call them? They'd be like your production company, right? Your producer, and they're taking that chunk. So if you made $10 billion off of that, they would still only give you a percentage of their royalties. That's what, so basically,
you put her off on Bandcamp.
Yeah,
Spotify. Yeah, Spotify would basically strip Suno and your rights through your contract with Spotify and pay you a percentage of royalties, scraping your music to make them money off of facilitating
that's every single platform out there. Spotify, Bandcamp, all of them.
Unless you're self-promoting some kind of brand for yourself or doing your own thing.
Yep. Route note.
That's why a lot of people will use companies like DistroKid, CD Baby, because they just go there and then that company distributes to everybody else.
Well, those two, you have to pay for how is it? But basically, you have to keep renewing your rights every year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ridiculous. So it's in perpetuity that you have to keep paying them in order to maintain the rights to your music. There's only one place. There's only one website that I know of that doesn't do that. So think of it like this, because somebody told me the other day that's part of the Suno friends that make music, and they were like, fuck, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm going to get away on bootleg the free shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, and you're sitting here wondering when you're going to make a song that maybe potentially could go quadruple, whatever, platinum, don't put a cap on it. But it's like, if an allotment of credits to make you literally like 1,000 songs, 1,000 chances at a quadruple platinum song, sure.
If it's good enough, it's clear enough, it's fire enough, your lyrics are just that damn good. If it costs you $30 to make something that could potentially like do a life-changing thing or inspire 100 million people, why the fuck would you complain about a $30 thing that could give you those potentials, you know, in like 1,000 chances? I mean, it takes money to make money in a world. You know, I was a contractor once and people would be like, oh, that's crazy. You make $12,000 a month. And I'm like, yeah. And I've got like $9,700 going out in bills. And then I got rent and then utilities. And everybody want to think I'm fucking rich just because I drive a nice used to drive a nice fancy work truck around. Like, people don't get it takes money to make money.
Well,
Yeah.
like Spotify, if you ask any artist that does Spotify, I know artists that have hundreds of thousands of views and made nothing. You literally have to have tens of millions of views to make any money on Spotify. Whereas if you go to Bandcamp the first Friday of every month and hit Bandcamp Friday, the artist actually gets 93% of their sales on that day. So that's the way to do it, in my opinion.
Clay, the link I sent you is a video. Pastor said, make a song about this. So I went to Chat GPT and I
made
put
one.
exactly what he said. And then
I got both of them up here.
Hey, hold on. I was doing it first, Jmaf. I'm the first, man.
Hey,
he got his link in first.
I was done 10 minutes ago. I was just listening. I didn't want to drop the link in and be rude, but I had one song. I didn't even have to type in lyrics. I made Suno generate its own, and I just told it in the prompt. I took it out of custom mode, out of instrumental mode. I said a song with deep male vocals, 6 Semper Fi Tyrannus freedom song, acoustical precision with emotional beat, song with end fade.
Fuck you.
Hit send. 4 minutes. I had a song, and not even 4 minutes. It was like 30 seconds. And
we'll have a vote. Get a poll going, Clay, before you start it. Get the poll going. Whose song is better? Let's do that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, number one here. This is a Jmaf, Just Me Art Fan. This is a country emotional beat, end fade bass, boosted deep male voice or male vocal acoustic precision. Let's do it.
Fuck you, man.
This is an older one I made earlier today.
An old dirt road runs through my mind, where I spend my days just making time. Shirt off my back and boots on my feet, living life simple in the summer heat. Fished at the creek under the southern sky, laughter echoing, never wondering why. Mama's sweet tea, grandma's warm pie, those days drift slowly like fireflies. Backwoods memory carved in my soul. Ain't nothing fancy, just stories untold. Life was a treasure under the pines. Backwoods memory always shines. Old barn danced with headlights glow. Radio singing tunes we used to know. Country song stitched at the seams. Tales round the fire, sparks to the night. Hounds howling low, the stars hang bright. Simple joys in each and every day. In that old backwoods, I'll forever stay. Backwoods memory carved in my soul. Ain't nothing fancy, just stories untold. Life was a treasure under the pines. Backwoods memory always shines. Old barn danced with headlights glow. Radio singing tunes we used to know. Hay bell beds and whispered dreams. Life felt like a country song stitched at the seams.
Nice.
It was okay. It was okay. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it was all right. It was all right.
Well,
It was.
you got to realize, Jack, Jmaf has no musical experience. He's not a musician.
That's what pisses me off.
Hold on.
Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Wait, no, you do know some guitar, right?
I have a guitar. I can play a tune in my head. I can whistle a tune. Whistle any song. I used to rap when I was younger. And then
Well,
life
I've heard
happens.
some of your rap, so I take that back. You are a musician because I have heard you rap, so I take that back. I take that back.
Jmaf. Coming up. I'm picking him up from New Orleans. The other half of my asylum.
Okay, so this is Slimco, Jack.
Yeah. I was just right. Just title, random title.
Okay, here we go.
So yeah.
In the shadows of the night, where the whispers find their flight, the tyrant stands tall, casting fear over all. He rules with a knife.
It's all right.
His heart cold as the land, but the people they resist. In their hearts a fiery twist. 6 Amber tyrannies, the cry of the brave. No more chains to bind us, no more graves. We rise from the ashes, our spirits ignite. 6 Amber tyrannies, we fight for the light. Darkened halls of power, where corruption seeks to flower, the voices of the weak rise up strong and speak. The chains of oppression break as the dawn begins to wake. A new day, a new dawn, the tyrant's reign is gone. 6 Amber tyrannies, the cry of the brave. No more chains to bind us, no more graves. We rise from the ashes, our spirits ignite. 6 Amber tyrannies, we fight for the light. From the shadows to the sun, the battle's never truly won, but together we stand, hand in hand. With courage in our veins, we break the tyrant's chains. Our freedom won, the fight begun under the blazing sun. 6 Amber tyrannies, the cry of the brave. No more chains to bind us, no more graves. We rise from the ashes, our spirits ignite. 6 Amber tyrannies, we fight for the light. From the shadows to the sun, the battle's never truly won, but together we stand, hand in hand. With courage in our veins, we break the tyrant's chains. Our freedom won, the fight begun under the blazing sun. So remember, oh remember, the cry that leads the way. 6 Amber tyrannies, forever and a day. For freedom's flame will burn, and the tyrants will learn. 6 Amber tyrannies, it's our turn. 6 Amber tyrannies, the cry of the brave. No more chains to bind us, no more graves. For freedom's flame will burn, and the tyrants will learn. 6 Amber tyrannies.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to hear that played at a rally.
That was
That
cool.
wasn't bad at all.
I mean, that's like elementary school appropriate. Mine was a little heavier and darker than that.
All right.
This was my that was my first shot right there at it of same thing, Sic Semper Tyrannis. With some other
I
cool
tell you what,
stuff
I
there.
had a whole rock opera going,
That's cool.
and it wouldn't extend the damn song.
Oh, dude, there's certain
I'll be back in
songs.
just a minute.
Seriously, and this was
Yeah.
on version 3, so it was
Here.
2 minutes, and it was like, oh, this is gonna be amazing, and it wouldn't extend the damn song.
Dude, I've already experienced this like 40 times. So sometimes when I'm generating in a style that I like, I'll be like, okay, give me 8 renditions of the first one, because I know probably 3 of these 8 are not going to extend where I want them to extend, where the first rendition didn't end well, and it's going to be fucked, and I'm going to end up losing this song, right? So I structure 8 of them, and out of the 8, I might be lucky enough to get 2 songs out of all these renditions, but previous to the 3.5 mashup, you know, when you had to build all these damn songs with the extensions, man, some of the songs, it is just like, nope. And I will hit extend, or create like 40 times to try and get a part
back on
2.
3.5, and it did the same fucking thing to me. It wouldn't make songs
Dude,
longer than 2 minutes.
And when you get
So-
credits refunded because you know it's a fire beat, bro, it's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
you keep trying
it's
to
like-
keep credit refund. Like,
So, hold on. So what I do is I find other projects and leave Suno sit for a couple of days. I will close it, shift gears on it, close it, and then I'll go back in a couple of days, and then I will try and memorize where that song is, its title, project, put in the title, project, whatever, so I know where I left off. Go fishing for it, and then try and extend it 2 or 3 days later. And sometimes it'll do the same thing, but sometimes out of like 5 attempts, you'll get 1 that will work. Yeah, it's kapooey, poo caca.
But it did it to me. I mean, with the 3.5, I did like, again, you bang out like 5, 6, 8 tracks, right? Every single flocking one of them.
Oh, dude, yeah. So
203, 211, 215, 207.
Here's what I think it is. I think we're flooding the servers because when we're starting to get heavy in these projects because we're so enthroped in it, we're like, okay, so this thing is holding like 56 different generations of music right now, trying to hold it on the fly, register it, all this stuff.
yeah,
I think it's
that's
it's
true.
still new in beta, and it's getting
I know
getting
I know
clogged
it's
somewhere.
in beta, but it was like, oh, cool, 4 minutes. And dude, you put in something stupid like K-pop dubstep.
Yeah.
Which, dude, that was some pretty dope K-pop dubstep. 4 minute track,
yeah.
4 minute track, 4 minute track.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
Right.
I'm
So
doing it now.
it's
I'm gonna
in
do K-pop
in the
dubstep
prompt.
with. Yeah, I'm gonna do
Hold on.
K.
Actually, do J-pop.
K-pop.
J-pop's got a little
No.
bit better sound to it.
Okay. J-pop.
Before you even start,
yeah.
No. Time out. Before you even start, I'm helping you. I'm helping you. I've made
okay.
let's be realistic. Jmaf has made like 2,300 songs in 48 days. I'm not even kidding. That is a real number.
Uh-huh.
I have like 8,000 plus plays on my Suno public profile of all that shit that's in there. It's crazy, right? I don't even know. It boggles my mind. Okay. Put a song, or don't put a song, put a, and then K-pop dubstep or dubstep core, and then whatever else behind it, and then put song ending in a smooth fade, or with a smooth fade at the end. Fit that in the genre. Put it in the genre. Put it in that sucker.
Okay, so that
A
ending
blah
part.
blah 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 song
ending
ending in a smooth fade.
What happened to Clay?
Ending is
He just had to step out for a minute. He's all right.
All right, I'm doing it. So a J-pop dubstep core, heavy metal hip hop song ending in a smooth fade. Let's go.
Yeah. Do you want to? Do you, oh, hold
Hard to get it.
There's still room in your prompt. So, do you want it in acoustical also? So, acoustical helps pull it clear. Certain words in the prompt help it pull away from being AI modulated so many attempts. So, etherical, angelic, or emotional. Certain things that express, you have to give it an expression, a physical person being expression into the fucking robot. Otherwise, it will robot itself because it doesn't know which way to steer.
Melodic. I use melodic a lot.
Yeah, because it helps pull it clear. And to us, melodic is not a program terminology. That's an emotion. We are emotionatized to that is something we express of how we feel it is. It's melodic. It feels melodic.
Okay. All right. Here,
so you have to add a feeling to it.
Yeah, Zeus. Yeah, Zeus spent almost 1,000 credits just making that one song. And I've done that too. I spent 1,000 credits making an intro song for a friend.
I'm going to catch a smoke real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Clay, I shared the screen. There we go. Okay. All right, so this is the first one I did. And it's called Digital Heartbeat.
You have your echo cancellation on, don't you?
Okay, that was the first one. Here's the second one.
Now I'm getting an echo.
Okay, my bad. Okay, here we go. I'll do.
It's supposed to. I honestly let me run this one by you guys because it is a freaking AI.
Okay.
Do you think it learns your musical preferences?
Yes, I think so. I think so because let me take my echo thing off. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I think it does because I've made songs to where it does sound like the style of what I've made before. And this style that you're hearing is some of the similar style of what I'm doing.
Okay, because I bring it up because when I plug that in, it sounds very, very anime. But I also use the term cinematic often.
I like that term.
As in like cinematic rock. So I use that one a lot. So I know every time I do something like a J-pop track, it sounds like you could throw it right onto basically any anime show out there and it would fit.
Yeah, like atmospheric sometimes too.
Yes.
All right, so I did the I did the
it's
I did the
like
prompt. Jmaf said, and I got to show you. guys.
It's how you prompt. It's really how you prompt. So when I've learned prompting, so I've made over 100,000 images of art in AI. So how you describe things in your mind. So if I'm describing this, 100,000 ways to describe this or this or this or this.
So
Different ways.
This is the song.
ways.
The next two songs are the ones you told me to write. Here we go. Can y'all hear me when I mute?
Yeah.
All right, so what I don't like is when you get that. It's
Yep.
like
Yep.
I don't like that. It's like. Okay, so here's the next one. Let's see what this
Yeah.
is.
So she hit 4 creates. Pick the best out of the 4.
Pick the
4 of
best
them.
out of the 4.
And pick the best out of the
Oh.
4.
4 of them.
Or 8 or 10.
Naruto.
All right. I got.
Oh, dude, you just started
Might be
World War III, man.
I have a video, another video I made. Now, I went into the hip hop arena for this one, and it's unlisted right now, but I'll make it public after we play it. It's only a 2-minute hip hop song, because of course hip hop songs ain't very long. But this one goes out to all my haters over on the YouTubes. This one goes out to you guys.
Haters go hate motherfuckers. They call us dreamers, they call us fools. Said our beliefs were just breaking the rules. But we see through the lies, the smoke and disguise. It's time to rise up, we won't compromise. They want to silence us, push us to the ground. But we're done playing nice, we're done being bound. We got the fire, the truth in our hands. Now it's our turn to make our stand. Fuck the system, we've had enough. We're calling out their twisted bluff. Haters gonna hate, but we won't be swayed. We're taking back the power they betrayed. The power they betrayed. What they betrayed. The power they betrayed. They try to break us, they try to steal our right to question, our right to feel. But we've got the proof, we got the might. We're done with shadows, we step into the light. They wanna silence us, push us to the ground. But we're done playing nice, we're done being bound. We got the fire, the truth in our hands. Now it's our turn to make our stand. Fuck the system, we've had enough. We're calling out their twisted bluff. Haters gonna hate, but we won't be swayed. We're taking back the power they betrayed. The power they betrayed. Fuck the system, we've had enough. We're calling out their twisted bluff. Haters gonna hate, but we won't be swayed. We're taking back the power they betrayed. They're the ones they fear at night. The voices that won't be denied. We're the storm that's breaking free. The rebel rebels writing history. Fuck the system, we've had enough. We're calling out their twisted bluff. Haters gonna hate, but we won't be swayed. We're taking back the power they betrayed. So raise your voice and raise it loud. We're done with silence, we're done being cowed. Together we stand, no more delay. Fuck the system, we're paying our way.
Word to your mother.
That's pretty dope.
So I just typed in the genre in Suno in the genre song description, an epic fuck the government disrupt dubstep deep melodic amplified electric guitar and bass boosted with angelic reggae lofi vibe song.
Nice.
And it took it. It makes its own lyrics. It made its own lyrics with fuck in it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yo, someone in the AI is here. It's not real. It's not real.
How's everybody doing?
Greetings.
It's AI, man. What's up, buddy?
Pretty good. I figured once I got done doing my work, I'd come in and say hi to everybody.
Sweet.
Now, a big problem I find with that AI app is that I pretty much have to modify every song it makes in post-processing. It like you were saying, it comes up with weird sounds in the middle, which I have to cut out and crossfade so that nobody notices that I've changed the song. And it also comes out with weird lyrics sometimes at the end that I have no clue where it got those lyrics from, and then it doesn't even complete them for me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that does that to me too.
That's why I make so many sets, like I said, out of maybe even 16 to 20 generations and creations in a genre that I like. By the time I get to a fourth extension of maybe 2 of those that I like, 2 of them have made it to completion without all the bullshit or even minimal bullshit that I can deal with.
I do it differently. Yeah. I do it differently. I don't extend it a whole bunch of times. I extend it once. I listen to them too. If I don't like it, now that you can throw them in the trash, you can actually get rid of them. I get rid of them, and then I generate 2 more, and then I listen to them. Instead of because I did one time, I generated 10, the very first generation I liked. I'm like, well, fuck, I just wasted 70 fucking credits because I'm going to use this first one.
Well,
so that's why I don't do that.
To me, it was like,
real quick.
Well,
Keebler had a question. The voices are based off real artists correctly? No, they are not. There is no likenesses to any artist whatsoever. And if there is any likeness, it's coincidence only. You cannot, in the prompts here, you cannot put in, like, you can't say, make this in the style of Snoop Dogg. You can't do that. Right, but I can make it in the style of West Coast hip hop. So there are kind of ways to get around that. Yeah. But you can't use actual artists.
You can actually specific 80s West Coast hip hop.
Yeah, right.
You can do era specific, yeah.
Right, but you cannot.
But I wonder if
so if any of them, the vocals sound like an artist, it's purely coincidental. And yeah,
I agree with that. I find that I have tried, like with my Penguin by Nature song that I made, You Down with MPC. The first time I prompted it, it clearly told me that I cannot copy the persona of a artist.
Yeah.
Yep. You can only mimic their style, not their voice. So basically, when I first started writing lyrics with the assistance of AI, I used to write them all the time. I used to my whole life, I wrote in poetry, lyrics, and all that. And I was like, well, ChatGPT does it faster where my hands are full of arthritis. It helps me a lot. Sure. I says, when I first started, I was like, well, let's do a hip hop song mashed up in like Dax, mixed with like Tom McDonald, mixed with like Tupac, in all morphed together in an amplified energy in a song lyric that is based. And then once I got the first set, I would remix it a couple of times, pull some lyrics here and there, change it how I wanted it until I got what I wanted, then throw it into the song generator.
And Clay, I'd like to apologize to you. I'm sorry my crew wouldn't give you much room to talk today.
Oh, don't worry about it. No, I was working. I was working. It was no big deal. I was just enjoying the conversation.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Damn, Blue, why don't you come on board and talk about that shit with us?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, Blue,
Now,
get your ass up here.
that
Come on, Blue.
that is a concern as well. If AI does become sentient, then we will
Just
see
so-
like fucking some futuristic robots against
Why
fucking
do you-
humans
Well-
and shit.
This is why I say
You gonna,
please and use matters with Chat GPT. Okay, it remembers.
oh no. Yeah, it does, but that's okay because I'm gonna be like John Connor apparently, and I'm gonna fucking be like, nah, make this thing your bitch, and make it your bitch. Basically, AI will train us how to be ourselves to where we can ditch AI, and then we know how to fucking act right because that's it.
Now
Right.
we've been using Suno. Now there's other programs out there. There's another program called Udio. But now I've made a couple of songs with this. It's kind of the same. And
There's another one for Apple.
And you'll notice, there's these things are going to be popping up everywhere. You're going to see more and more
You're
of
gonna
these.
have, like, rip-offs of things.
They're like a DAW. They're all the same, but they're all a little bit different. Except this one, I don't own the rights to the music. I only own what I add to it.
Right.
Now, this is still in beta mode. So when it comes out on the market, I'm sure it'll be something to the effect like Suno, where if you're paying for it, you own the rights to it. I'm sure it's going to be something along that effect. But for now, I only own what I put into it. But I wanted to let you listen to something from one of the different programs that I've been working with. Now, this one really came out sounding like an artist. And I didn't really prompt it to sound this way, but it came out this way. And those of you guys that know 80s metal music will get the connection between the vocals in this song and why. But I did write all the lyrics to this that are mine, and I structured the song just like I would in Suno, and I let Udio do the music and the vocals. And this is how this one came out. This one's called Midnight Days. It's basically about overcoming drug addiction.
He walked a lonely road, lost in a haze, chasing highs to numb the pain, lost in a daze. His dreams faded away in the midnight sky as he drowned his sorrows, wondering why. But deep inside, a flicker remains, a spark of hope, a voice unchained. He knew he had to break free from the chains to reclaim his life, to wash away the stain. He fought through the darkness, climbed every hill.
I'm not going to play this whole thing, but I want to get it to the solo because it's my opinion that Udio does better on the solo part than Suno right now. Here's it.
With every set he had to
See, now that's the kind of solos I wanted for Suno, but I haven't quite got there yet. But I eventually will. I'll give you guys
So,
a
like-
link to that Udio software as well. Now, Udio right now is in beta, so they will give you 600 free credits just to go over there and play around. But just remember, you can't commercialize any of that music you make with them 600 credits just yet. Still in beta mode.
So Clay, let me ask you a question. Basically, you could just take one of them beats, throw it in your Filmora or whatever your image generator, your video generator editor, and then you could play into with your guitar over a smooth backing track that plays into subtly, and then you could just put that guitar solo in, and then there you have it. That way you don't have to depend on Suno to pull off that solo that you're looking for.
I'm already starting to do some of that.
Sweet.
And I'll give you guys a little example here. Now, I just started breaking this song down. So I don't know it all yet, but I'm still learning it, just like anything. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now as soon as we can get to where we can break these into stems, and I'm sure that's coming. That's going to be coming in the near future. We'll be able to replace parts that we want with the song or keep the parts in it that we have. Like, a lot of indie artists now, if they don't have a keyboard player or something, a lot of the times they'll use a plugin or a VST from their DAW.
Who did that vocal sound like to y'all?
The vocals on that sounded a lot like Iron Maiden, just saying.
Really?
Iron Maiden and Dio. Straight up. 100%.
I'm going to say Halford. How do you like that?
Okay, so this song,
very creased.
Rob Halford. So this song is one I just released recently on my YouTube channel. It's called "Rise from the Ashes." I made this with Suno, so I own all the copyrights to this song. I wrote the lyrics. I had the lyrics for a long time. I wrote them about a year after I got sober. And I just recently celebrated 10 years, Memorial Weekend. I celebrated 10 years sober. So,
woot, woot.
Granted, even though I wrote this song 9 years ago, it still means a lot to me today. But I'm still learning it, and I'm still breaking it down, so you'll have to give me a break. Because I'm still trying to utilize AI music and real music at the same time, so let's try it. You get the idea.
I actually like that.
It's
I like it.
And it shows to me that because I pretty well know your style. It kind of shows to me that it's helped to lead you towards a little bit of a different style that maybe you didn't play in the past. And that's one of the things that I think AI can most certainly help on, is help to tone an artist. Does that make sense?
That's a
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
example. So AI helps me better create what has been in my mind for years and years and years, of which now I myself, without being able to, I mean, I haven't had the networking I wanted to do what I want my entire life. Now I have the tools to help myself to do what I want to do, to be what I want to very well help myself prompt in the styles that I want. I'm inventing my own genres with my own styles of music, with my own lyrics that I'm typing, that I'm using the tools to assist myself, and using the tools that I've been afraid to use my entire life. And I was like, no, 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 you don't put me in front of a computer. No, 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 no. Started January of this year, off and running.
Now, Keebler, I will say that AI will replace some musicians. I'm sorry to say, but it will replace some musicians. Now, what it will do, in my opinion, is it's going to make songwriting important again. You're going to have to connect with your audience. Now, AI music can't really do that without a human. AI music just can't go out and write an emotional song without human input.
Yeah, we have to steer it.
For now, that's where it is.
Where they
In the future, it's going to get better. It's going to learn more. It'll start picking up more emotional-like feelings, but it will never actually have that emotion unless we give it to it.
So I had thought of it like,
even without the emotion, as far as contextual, it seems like if I just prompted in songs, they would never really fit on my channel the way that I use the AI bot. It's more of having to have an exact meaning behind the song. The lyrics have to be there the way I want them, or the song just doesn't come out as anything understandable.
right.
Yeah, that's the Keebler. That's the thing. Why would they, if they can just use AI? That's going to be the thing. Musicians are musicians, and we're going to play our instruments anyway because it's part of us.
I had an idea. Okay,
that's
so
going to be the dilemma. Really.
Any musician, so any famous musician has a band that also plays. What do they call them? The lookalike bands, or the charitable band, or the tribute bands.
Yeah,
that go around. Tribute bands. Now, AI music will give somebody human right here. I can be like, I like the structure of this. I wrote these lyrics. Now I can perform it in a structure that I've seen in my mind, but I couldn't quite execute the way I wanted. I was searching for just that little bit of assistance with tools that I can use to help myself. Maybe it took that little sound I wanted to add. Maybe it took that little thought of inspiration, of which I steered it and I drove it. Now I can make a whole AI song rapping. And now I can be like, now I have the lyric structure set of how to execute live performance. And now I can do it just like I have structured in my mind this song, of which I can help myself to now practice in real time, practice. And now I have this song dialed down.
Yeah,
in real time.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it. It definitely can help people, especially new songwriters or new musicians. They could really use this technology for for themselves, to help them. Maybe get over some stepping stones. Now,
to structure how to sing a song, you can sing, you have a voice, but how do you put it? How do you break it down with the whole song, the time limit, that's where to place it? And these are the tools that can help us do that in the execution and performance of a song. There's so many ways you can spin the same beat, but there's so many ways you can spin the same set of lyrics within inside of that beat. Any one of them could be perfect in its own essence, but there's plenty of wrong ways, sure. And the human part of us is like, we're so stuck in a singular thought that can assist us break outside of the normal thinking to push us where we would like to be. It's a good tool.
AI killed the radio star.
Oh, that's
No,
That could
on
be
my
next.
on my end of that, I don't really have that extreme of a musical talent. Actually, I have no musical talent. Basically I've been able to write songs and write poetry for a long time, and I find that technically the industry in itself has created has created the need for AI, because I've tried to find artists to create songs for my channel. And every time it either ends up with, oh, I don't have time to create that, or they see price tags that are way too big for my liking. So in a way,
Oh,
they've
of
kind of
course.
the industry has forced that need for AI upon themselves,
Right.
Now, as far as artists that might be wiped out by I don't really think any good artists are going to be wiped out by AI, because they're just simply, the AI just doesn't cut it. No, as far as AI takeover and killing us all off, yeah, it doesn't even have to be sentient for that. I mean, the more and more we make room for AI, the more and more AI could starve us out, just simply by we can't get jobs in the fields that we need.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, it,
coming
it
too.
started. It
Ooh,
started at Walmart.
that's a show
Well, check out.
idea. AI versus Taylor Swift.
Well, we kind of already.
I'm not so sure
Well,
Taylor Swift isn't AI to begin with.
Yeah, I was going to
True
mention
story.
that. How do we know that there's not already an artist that we absolutely think is a real person, that happens to be AI, completely
don't.
AI generated?
There was a movie
And
about it. It was called Simone back in 2000. Oh shit, 2003, 2004. Simone. Let me find it.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
it
think
There was
was.
a
that's
couple of movies about
I
it.
think that's quite the opposite, Keebler. Uh, I think AI music will force people to want to play instruments, to be more emotional, be more human.
Wasn't there a movie in the 80s or 90s that had I want to say like 18 or 19, maybe mid 20s robot boy, and then in the end where he's like dying and charging in some shed, there's a robot girl also. I can't even remember the name of that, but I remember watching that motherfucker. That'd be like saying, we know AI has been around since the
Still not.
1940s.
Hmm.
We know they have. What else was around in the 1940s? Frog reads it on his show during the week, Operation Paperclip, where we adopted Nazi scientists that were
All
versed in
that.
underground military bunkers with command centers where they could definitely build evil AI robot systems.
Hmm.
Hello, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie,
Yeah,
good to see you, bro.
you know.
No,
I love
absolutely.
But
his music. I like how he does
Now,
those little snippets at the end.
yeah, I love the snippets. That's Charlie's thing. Now,
um,
I'm a musician, and I'm not gonna lie. Uh, AI is a threat to any of the musicians out there. Uh, and if you just want to ignore it and think it's going to go away, it's not going to go away. What you're really going to have to do, and this is my opinion, you're really going to have to connect with the people, whether that be through songwriting, through actual playing. Now, I like the idea, and you all know I've been playing with YouTube backing tracks for how long? Now, what's the difference between a YouTube backing track and me making one here with AI? Other than uh, parts of them, parts of the backing tracks that I use now are real instruments, but parts of them are VSTs and plugins.
I was going
So
to say
it's
a lot
not
of them
all
are
real
plugins.
instruments.
Yep.
So I kind of use a combination now for the backing tracks that I use. But now with this technology, I can actually go in and create my own backing tracks, structure it the way I want to structure it, do the breaks where I want to do the breaks, do the big solo where I want to do the big solo, and all of that, and add whatever instruments that I want to add to it. So I see it as an amazing tool for sure.
Yeah, you might just have to grab the reins of this robot and run it the way you want,
Hmm.
Force it to do what you need.
Right.
Oh,
To me,
Clay, I'm sharing.
it
Yeah.
it comes from the inside of the creator. How he gets that to the people doesn't matter to me as long as the message is getting. Whether it's playing an electric guitar, using AI music, or fucking using some garbage cans and a baseball bat. whatever the case may be, if you're getting the message that you want to get across to your people through your music, then I don't care what means you have to use to get there. I think that
I mean,
it's
is techno
it
and
all
dub,
can be used as tools.
isn't it all like synth and it's fake and it's AI, it's distorted shit that's not real?
Well, and you got to realize that this is still new technology. There's going to be updates. You know, a year ago when I was testing this shit, we couldn't add our own lyrics to it. You know, we couldn't pick out, you know, different genres or styles. You know, we kind of had to go with what they had to use from. And
Whatever came
what
from your
Clay
simple
was-
little prompt initially, yeah.
Right.
And like what Clay was saying, making the comparison between the AI and the VSTs, there are some VSTs out there that are almost perfect emulators of whatever instrument that you want to hear. So everything from, you know, wind instruments to reed instruments to stringed instruments to brass to, you know, percussion, anything that you want symphonically can be done. So eventually they'll start incorporating that sort of power of those particular VSTs into these AIs.
Mhm.
So it will continuously sound better and better and better and better until it will get to a point to where it will be indistinguishable from a live human group.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
you
gonna-
remember there's a reason for that, right? I mean, there's already some AIs out there. I could show you a program that somebody showed me yesterday that costs $5,000. It's a video editing program that does 3D rendering of like base 0 to something, which also you could dump in music, and then you can do voice editing and all kind of different programs. But what I know, the reason they're slow dripping this out to us and the systems that have had it much longer or much more advanced in it is because they want to try and use AI to blame when we uproot evil. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that shit's fake. That's AI," and we're gonna be like, "No, the fucking ain't." And be like, "Oh, it's AI. It's AI." And be like, "No, the fucking ain't." And they're gonna be like, "Our lawyer says it's AI," and we're gonna tell them to go fuck themselves. So just keep that in mind.
Well, absolutely, considering what the Bible has predicted about people performing actual miracles live and on stage in front of the whole world. Yep, they'll actually be like, "Oh no, that's AI. That's propaganda." So
Well,
nope, you're
that's-
absolutely right, bro.
There's going to be plenty of cons about AI. And, you know, the technology's getting better. The art's getting better. You know, pretty soon they're going to be having virtual concerts where you go to your concert hall and you're not actually going to see the real artist. You're just going to see an AI rendering of them. And people are going to pay money. You know, instead of going and seeing the Taylor Swift concert, she'll go do her main Taylor Swift concert, and then she'll have an AI concert that'll follow up, and it'll just be an AI and her band. And they'll charge half the price for the tickets, and they'll go through and they'll sell out concert seats for an AI person. You know, well, think about it.
They did
Michael
it with
Jackson doing a 2025 tour, starting in Las Vegas. Michael Jackson's AI 2025 tour. How many millions of dollars and how many millions and millions of dollars do you think they're going to make in sales for that? They're going to hand over fist.
Even without AI, if you guys remember the Monkees, that was all a totally different band or whatever, and then they just hired some monkeys to jump around in front of the camera.
Yeah. Yep. And then they had to end up learning how to actually play the instruments to do the songs to go on tour.
Yeah, they later learned to play them, yep.
Oh yeah,
So
the
they
only
could go
real
on tour.
musician on there was the bass player. What's his name? Had to learn how to play the drums, and the guitarist, like they had to all learn. And you had Davey over there with the damn tambourine. Okay, that was it.
That part is true, Nevaeh. The system will have us all caged up like dogs. That is a fact.
We
Just
kind
go
of
watch
technically
Civil
are.
War.
There you go. What's to say that we aren't already? We're living in the digital panopticon. I've said it before.
Well, that's that box that they have convinced us that's freedom that we climbed in ourselves and painted our own bars on. So at any point, if shit really hits the fan, I'd hope anybody would still have human primal rage and self-preservation so that no, you will not go into any other actual physical fucking cage. I will stand up and say no, sir.
Well, they think they think we have freedom, but yet we have these on our. We don't leave home without them.
What are you looking at right now? When your computer screen's turned off, when your phone's turned off, any of this shit that projects their tele-vision, unless we are the news or we're projecting, on our own quantum levels of thought into the entanglement of, creation, right? You're playing with the Black Mirror Sun, my friend. The Black Mirror Sun.
Real quick, I wanted to let you guys know, Wednesday nights over on Rumble, you can catch me doing 25 must-watch indie music videos. This is coming up Wednesday. We're going to be doing 25 must-watch hip-hop videos. But next Friday, I wanted to let you guys know what we're going to jump down the hole. We want you to harp down the rabbit hole with us. And by harp down the rabbit hole, I'm talking about the HARP conspiracy. If you guys don't know what HARP is, we're going to be talking about, we're not talking about the instrument. We're going to be talking about weather manipulation and all kinds of other stuff.
We can relevate it to an instrument. Basically, if you look into the sky, look at the clouds, and it has basically harp-looking bands, kind of like chords on a harp. Yeah, it's got ties to harp.
So that's what we're going to be talking about next week. If you guys don't know what HARP is, make sure you hit that notification bell. Come and hang out with us and learn something very interesting indeed.
I may or may not be here. I will have my music partner here, but hell, we may just pop up on here. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I ought to dig into the disaster cycle at some point. The paper that the CIA hid from us for so long talks about
which one?
Aliens.
The Earth's disaster cycles.
Oh, which one? The mud flood?
No, that one every 7,000 years.
Well, the mud flood, they hit 1,000 years of history. CIA, that's a CIA thing. Since you say documents, you can dive into that one.
I got it written down, Keebler. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys don't know what HARP stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. And some pretty intense stuff. So
billions of watts of ions pumped into the ionosphere to control and heat up jet streams and modify weather.
Yeah, so that is going to be fun.
Wait, it's almost as if it's happening now with us seeing the Aurora Borealis here in Louisiana.
Nope,
that's all.
Nope. That's the weakening of the Earth's magnetic field, and that's part of the disaster cycle.
Well, there's many other things going on at play that may have you believe that that's an Earth's disaster cycle, but there's a lot of shit going on. I mean, why do they spray?
Okay,
why do they? So why do they? So why? What the hell was it too? It was shit. What particle is it? It's it's in a phone. Lithium. Why do they spray lithium particles in chemtrails all over the planet so that they can actually be like? Think of tying that to Project Blue Beam, able to project things like let's say an Aurora Borealis all over the whole damn planet, of which you project chemtrails. Now you can program your antennas to basically like a television of the whole Atmos motherfucking fear. You can put a whole movie on or whatever the fuck you want, bro.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Okay, just real quick. I have one more article I want to read. Just a little quick snippet. We have gone just about 2 hours, so I want to play this real quick because I thought this was pretty relevant to what we're talking about. This is talking about AI and music and what happens now, and I'll give you a link to this as well.
much like the agreement reached by the Writers Guild of America, WG, and the Screen Actors Guild and American Federation of Television and Radio Artists SAG-AFTRA after they both went on a strike in 2023. The American Federation of Musicians AFM reached an agreement in 2024 that provides its members with not just streaming royalties, but also extra protection from AI. Without a strike, though, among others, this deal would guarantee that no score of music is produced or distributed without a human being. So even though a computer creates it, someone being the musician whose work is used to prompt the system must earn from it. With these systems in place and a federal law in the oven, it would seem like human artists may yet win this round against the unethical applications of generative technology. But like Ghostwriter's manager said in an interview with Billboard, their stunt was to show the world what was possible, and now, all it will take is for industry to define an equitable arrangement for all stakeholders in order for people to see the value in this new form of creativity. I think we agree that we had an opportunity to show people the value in AI and music here, they said. And they did. It's now left for the players in the industry to decide how this story progresses.
Hey, my first thoughts, Clay. Like, if we've known AI has been around since the 50s, 40s, 50s, right? We know the elites have control of the industries and which artists are assigned in the industry of how they make money, dictating like a influencer to the masses, serving and facilitating an agenda. Yeah, they'll be rich if you fit their narrative. Haven't they had that technology where we haven't? And so they're going to use this whatever's guild or whatever the F. I was thinking like the movie Team America, like, we're the Actors Guild. Fuck you, Alec Baldwin.
We're the bag.
You guys seen the Aurora way down there?
But I'm sure Project Bluebeam could basically go on the whole you digs, and all you got to do is project onto lithium particles that are floating around into the atmosphere that are very light and can float around for a very long time.
Okay, explain the Carrington event.
What is the Carrington event?
Well, guys, I think that's a discussion for another Rockin' Rabbit Holes.
I can explain a lot of effects, but what's that one? Tell me. Let's hear it.
Carrington,
it was basically a worldwide aurora observed in 1854, long before the age of aircraft, long before the age of heart.
Yeah. Okay. So then I can still take this back any way you want to spin it. What did Gary McKinnon spend 18 months hacking the government for? To prove that the government has ancient off-world technology with like shit like Galactic Federation, Dark Fleet, Solar Warden, Scout ships.
When did they gain access to that?
Well, how long has it been here? More than when did we gain access? How long has anybody at any side of the fence or any side of the vectors of the fence had gained access to it, and then hide it from the people that don't?
When did the U.S. government gain access to it?
Well, I don't know. Well, the U.S. government probably. What was the first contact with the ETs? What was it? 1954. Eisenhower first meeting ETs.
For you who don't know that,
so
that means
100 years before that.
Obviously, yes. I mean, Egypt depicted on hieroglyphs. I mean, as old as you can get with Sumerian text. I mean, much older, probably the creation story that's even biblical reference.
This type of behavior being observed in the sky long before the advent of any sort of modern technology that would allow us to utilize ancient technology.
Yes, so now you're talking maybe
Homo sapiens.
Now you're talking possible quantum cosmic technology that is probably older than this even planet that we've lived on. Like Clay said with that gentleman, radiocarbon dating something at 200,000 years old. What if we're on like a seventh scrape life cycle, getting ready to uncork some shit so that we all get confused and here we go. We're gonna have another 1,000 years of either we're gonna be fucking slaves in tyranny or we're gonna unfuck this shit now.
It could be. I mean, Jim Goodall is down unburying 5 pyramids in Belize that are said to be between 20 and 200,000 years old. Where did all them people go? So it
Gary
definitely
McKinnon,
had to be some kind of,
Gary McKinnon also was saying something, and here's where it strikes me as very uncanny in Hollywood. So like Stargate, they had like where they wanted to come in and come back and take humans for slave trade, off-world slave trade shit. There's some books and fucking talks and shit written about fucking the extension of the Third Reich from World War II, Dark Fleet, Solar Warden, all this fucking space fucking shit that they hide, all this technology that they hide, all kind of shit going on that they don't let us know about.
59. Thank you, Camila.
Hey, real quick, before we get too much farther, I just wanted to thank everybody. We hit the 2-hour mark. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight while we delved into the AI music. There's so much more that we can talk about when it comes to AI. And maybe we'll do another one in the future where we just talk about other parts of AI, because music and art is just a small portion of what's going on in the world with AI. But I normally like to give 2 hours for each theme that we're going with. We did hit the 2-hour mark. So anything that we talk about after this can be anything. We can open up the panel if anybody wants to come up and join us and hang out and talk. But we'll put a close to the AI portion of this show for now. And we can just hang out and talk about whatever. But I just wanted to remind you guys not to miss out next week. We're going to be talking about harp. Not a lot of people even know about harp, so I didn't know a lot about it until I started looking into it. Very interesting, and so that will be a lot of fun checking that out.
I'm very close to it. Not like real close, but I mean Pacific Northwest Washington, and it sits in Alaska.
And I just want to remind you guys, if you have any ideas for upcoming rabbit holes, just let one of us know. We did get one last week. Somebody wanted us to delve into containment theory, and I didn't know what that was. I actually had to Google it, and that sounds very interesting. So we'll see if we can't get a show set up around containment theory. And very interesting indeed.
Ooh.
Cool.
Now, when it comes to AI and music, if you're an artist and you're worried, or if you hate it, or if you're against it, you may want to consider trying to use it and learn about it and use it as part of your arsenal, because no matter what we do, we can't look back. It's going to be getting better. The technology is going to keep getting better. AI is going to start sounding more and more real. And a lot of that fuzz and stuff that you're hearing now, that's all going to be gone shortly. So, there's going to be new versions rolling down, and each version's going to be a little bit better. So a year from now, we're going to look back and be like, man, remember when
the best part is
fuzz and stuff?
Well, here's the best part is we're going to already be versed that by the time the new beta testing comes out that's better and better, we're already going to be so well versed in it that we will be the dominators of that market. We will be the future of which it comes out as.
Right.
Yeah, you have to take hold of the reins. You have to take control of it, or it's going to control you. I would absolutely agree that if you don't take control of this now,
Erica,
it's going to.
You'll be left in the dust. Yeah, you'll be totally left in the dust.
Yeah, so that's what, and I've been saying that for a while. I told people a year ago, man, it's coming. Be prepared, it's coming.
Yeah, but you had inside information.
Well, I did have inside information, and I got to work with it. And just in a year, it's 10 times better than it was. And you can tell the difference between like some of them first early AI videos I did to the latest one that I released. You know what I mean? Big difference.
Well, I mean, me day one to now. Big difference. Just learning.
And I don't think it will ever be perfect. I mean, so like in the medical industry, where I'm very familiar, we have had, lots of mechanical means to do the same jobs that we do. And to this day, there's still no better way to take a blood pressure than a simple blood pressure cuff. The machine is able to do it, but it's not always perfect. And I have actually taken the cup and used it on my client, and then turned around and used the machine and got totally different readings.
It doesn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah, digitized error in computing is always a possibility, where a mechanical system that has no digital operation or function is always going to be key. It's a mechanical system of non-digitized operation with zero flaws. I mean, unless you have a piece or a part that you can replace and repair breaks, that's different, but it will function. It will function every time. Ones and zeros, sometimes they go, I don't know where to go.
So yeah, definitely. I would say if you are a musician, you may want to start looking into AI and how you can use it for your advantage. Because I wouldn't want to wait a year and then be like, oh shit, I should start using this now, because then you're going to be a year behind. And for those naysayers out there that say that AI music isn't real music, well, neither are half of them plugins you're using on that music that you're currently making right now.
Here's
so-
what you remember what I was saying is how I could train myself to be a musician by hearing my own lyrics laid out for me and presented in a style which now I can practice and sing, because that's the format I wanted, but I didn't get it before.
Yeah.
How many artists out there right now that are famous and old have probably had that technology from the industry, but say, shh, we'll sign this contract millions of dollars, but you won't hush about this, and you just go out there and sing, and this thing sang it for you. You could even lip sing it, right? But you're going to go in there and practice it. It gave it all for you. It gave it all for you. Gave it all for you.
Is a good example.
And then now they're out there making $1 million, like fucking
Well,
facilitating the industry.
Well, before AI, they don't have that. So like people like Beyonce, I mean, look at the credits on one of her songs. 13 writers for one song. That's where they get it. They have whole teams of people that sit in office and do nothing but write hits for these people.
But those kind of people, like, or however the fuck they do that,
definitely
they're funded by think 45 fucking people that are lawyers in a think tank with musicians of evil, sinister plots and agendas all in the same room. Be like, we gonna write some shit for Beyonce, fucking devil bitch, fucking next week, and poof, there she got a song, and she's up there and all her devil fucking. Woo,
and
here I am.
Now they have all of them same writers. But now they're all using AI, and they're like, oh, listen to this. Do you like this one? Oh, we do like this one. Okay, well, let's convert that. Let's use the band, have the band learn that song. Boom. Now we got a
and the
whole
lyric
song
structure
that we're playing
singing
ourselves that we made on AI. We just replaced the AI artists with real artists.
Yep.
Not only plugins, we also tend to forget about the peripherals. There are peripherals that musicians use, which, things that devices that musicians use, which is clearly not an instrument that plays exactly like an instrument.
Voice modulation too. That's a lot of things. Voice filters.
My distortion pedal.
Same thing.
My guitar don't sound like that. My guitar doesn't sound like that without that pedal. My guitar's a nice, clean sound. If I want all of that cool echo and all that sound, I got to add shit to it.
Yep.
Case in point. Yep, because it's some extended function. At an extended function, it's got a computer chip in it that has to synthesize and modulate that.
And just to let you guys know, if you're like, oh, I don't use AI, that little buzzer that goes off to tell you your clothes are dry? That's AI.
What are we watching the show on right now?
No, a little light that goes on that tells you your gas is empty. You better get to a gas station. That's AI.
The best description.
There was a switch being closed by the float.
The best description I can think of forever and always for AI. Anything that is turned on and you can see or view content, or turn off and it has a black screen, like your phone, your computer, your television, or whatever visual, whatever, I don't care what it is, iPad, tablet, fucking projector. There it is.
In reality, everything you see right now on this show and every sound you hear right now on this show is simply
100%
or a zero.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, my grandfather's Lincoln Continental was a 76, and it had the fuel light on it. So, not AI at that particular time.
Yeah, because like let's say kill all the power right now, and what do we look like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us sitting here staring at a computer with headphones or whatever on, and we all look dumb because if the power went out, there's no stream, and we're all of a sudden just 5 of us in the world.
Well, some of the AI technology they're working with now, you can go out and buy a brand new refrigerator. You can program what you want in your refrigerator into your refrigerator. If something runs out, or if it goes past a certain date, it'll automatically order it for you and you don't even have to do anything. All you gotta do is pay for it and pick it up, or
And if you don't have
delivered
it,
and everything.
if you don't
Yeah.
have
Welcome
it
to By and
connected
Large.
if you don't have it connected to a delivery app or something, it will create a shopping list for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah. They used
I
to
saw
have like
Bridget-
Amazon buttons on the wall.
AI,
You could
it'll
have
do
that.
everything for you, right up until that Chinese EMP
Oh,
strike.
dude.
Then you're fucked.
Yeah, for real.
One of my buddies,
Wall-E.
one of my buddies, he'd be like, Alexa, close the blinds in the living room. Blinds closed. Alexa, turn off the garage lights.
Yeah,
Dink.
smart house.
I mean, he'd do all
pretty cool.
he'd do that right off his phone, sitting on the fucking couch. I mean, he'd be like half drunk, ready to pass out, and be like, Alexa, shut the house down, lock the doors.
Now, this is I can see this, maybe 500 or 1,000 years down the road, if humans survive that long. Like in the Pixar show Wall-E, and humans are just floating around in their chairs.
By and large,
That's us. That's
yeah,
gonna be
bro.
us in the future. We're just floating around in our chairs.
The chair will bring
Don't
us
have
to
to
the
go anywhere.
refrigerator.
We're just skin sacks. We don't need bones anymore.
Dude, the fridge will be hooked up like the bank tubes.
Wait.
It'll be like
Wait, wait,
the bank
everything went-
tubes.
Oh yeah, yeah. What,
So
Jack?
in 2003, everything went black. When? I don't remember. When was that?
Yeah, we're about
I
to
don't
shut this
remember
down, Jack. I know you got to get up early.
Ooh, 4 days after my birthday in 2003, huh?
Yeah,
All right,
I don't
everybody.
remember
No,
that
what-
either.
Well, what happened in 2003, real quick? What's she talking about in April? I mean,
I don't
August.
remember. I was out of the country.
I do remember there was an Earth Day event where everybody was asked to turn out their power, but I don't know of any
2003, 2003.
huge
2003.
blackout.
The only thing I could think of roughly around that time, I was living in Las Vegas, and we had like 100-year storm where it flooded, hail, all kind of everything, blew over traffic lights, trees. I mean, took out a chunk of Boulder Highway, half a trailer park, all kind of fucked up shit. I remember that happened right around that day, but it was not a total loss of like power thing. I don't remember.
No, I know
any
there was a
specific
coronal
event.
mass ejection decades ago or so. I don't think it was anywhere near 2003, which wiped out most of Canada.
Oh
I'm
wait,
not
I
exactly
think I
sure.
remember something about the Eastern. No, I don't remember anything about that. I was in high school, so I was all about football and not getting chicks because I was a holy. That's what I was. That was about Jesus and
Kid.
small. That's what I was cared about.
All right, everybody. I think we're gonna call it a night. We got to say, for you guys out there, if you're afraid of AI, just dabble with it a little bit, learn a little bit about it. It's not as scary as you think, and I would rather, at least know about what I'm going to be up against, as a musician, and use it to my advantage. And if people aren't going to use it to their advantage, I'm afraid that they may get rolled over by it in the future.
It does look like I'm finding information when I search about it's a cascading power grid failure. Mostly over Canada, it looks like, though.
Yeah.
That
So
may
trigger-
be the
So like a
incident
low
that was-
EMP style event, cosmic solar flare, EMP, the electromagnetic impedance affecting power grid systems for an extended period of time.
Now, Clay, before we pull this down, I would like to invite everybody for Tuesday, 3 p.m. Come over and check out my interview with Will Duffy. He's doing the final experiment to hopefully solve some questions for the flat Earth.
That'll be awesome. Yeah,
Is-
definitely. If you have a link set up, drop a link for it.
Flat Earth,
See,
or is it
Find a
is
link
it
for that.
against flat Earth to prove them wrong? Which one?
Well, Will Duffy is most certainly to prove flat Earth wrong, but as far as with flat Earth, his plan is to try to have 25 people, half flat Earthers and half round Earthers, all go to Antarctica in December and watch the
Oh, man.
24-hour sun.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Please, please.
That'd be cool.
We could get
I'm in.
clearance. We could get
Oh,
clearance.
dude.
We can't go there. You know,
No,
the
no,
That's
government.
part of the experiment. That's actually part of the experiment, and he's willing to pay for one flat earther, and I believe one round earther has already been selected for being paid for. The only reason why we don't have a flat earther selected to have their trip paid for is because they're sitting at zero
Send it.
right now.
Send it. I'm sending it 0. I'm here. Here I am. I can do it. I'm right on board with it. Let's go. I'll tell you all kind of shit, dude. Put me on point. Hey, the Suez Canal cruise. There's so many things, dude. So many things that I could be a flat earther all day, but that's beyond that in my mind too. So I'm a little bit.
For you guys watching in the replay, I have all of these guys' links pinned down in the description. So make sure you go show them some love. And I got Zerzeus's pinned down there as well. So. All right, everybody. You guys hang out for a minute so we can talk after the show ends.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. It's been another amazing rabbit hole. There's so much more that we can talk about when it comes to AI, when art, not just music, art, chat GPT, and just the robotics in general, and what's rolling down in the future. Can be a little bit scary. Erica, I am in Discord, and I do have the link to that Discord down in the description as well. So thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. It's been an amazing night, I must say. And like I said, there's so much more that we could talk about when it comes to AI and artificial intelligence. And it's only going to get better. And these music apps are only going to get better. So definitely, I would advise you as a musician to pick up some of these apps and start playing with them and see how you can use them for your advantage, because I guarantee there's other people out there that are going to use that for their advantage. Now, right now, as you guys could tell with some of the music we heard, it's still a little bit cheesy, and there is some... you can tell it's AI, but it's going to be getting better. And it can only get better. So it would be in my advice to pick up some of these programs and use them for your advantage. And I personally would start with Suno. You can pick up a subscription to Suno for about $10 a month. And the reason why I say pay for it now is because you don't want to create a song on the free version that you like and end up not being able to own the rights to it. It's only $10. You can make 200 songs if you wanted to. So it's definitely worth the $10, and it's definitely worth for you guys as artists to check out. I see it as another tool in the arsenal to make music. And if you can connect with your people any way that you can connect with your people, I would advise that you do that. So these guys that did an instrumental that they did. So I did one as well. This one's only like 2 minutes long. So I'm going to use this to go out with tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you come and hang out with us next Friday and find out what harp is. If you don't know what harp is, come and hang out with us. It's definitely very interesting, and I think it may open you guys' eyes up a little bit about that. Remember, every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, I have a 25 must-watch video series only on Rumble, and you can catch them only on Rumble. So make sure you go down in the description for you guys watching on YouTube and hit that Rumble link. And follow me on Rumble. We're doing some stuff over there that you can only find on Rumble. So, all right, we're going to take us home real quick. It's just a real quick 2-minute video. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for jumping down the rabbit hole with us. We will see you next week. We're going to go raid Cool Frog. You guys over on Rumble, go tell Cool Frog I said hello. We'll see you over on Cool Frog's channel shortly.